diving into some workout splits, right? That's kind of the reason in totality in our first topic of splitting up your workouts throughout the week. What does that look like? What we just talked about is why you want to create a workout split for yourself, right? You think of the chest Monday, back Tuesday,
the classic bro
legs
split,
Wednesday.
Right?
That's such an easily attainable first way to work out, because that's kind of like in the primal sense, or like the young, ignorant sense of like, you're a teenager, you start searching up body parts. Oh my God, chest, triceps, front deltoids.
Yeah.
I can push with those muscles. That's the push day. Monday's International Chest Day. It's a beach muscle. I'm going to go hit that first, right? The soreness feels good. Bench pressing is like a masculine thing, right? That feels good. That's the rap it gets, right? You see these guys lifting immense amounts. That's attractive almost, right? So it's like, why wouldn't you want to do that, right? Then you go, okay, what's second? Back muscles. Cool, back muscles. Let me isolate that muscle group now. I'm learning. Okay, the lats pull, the traps work, right? It's all that kind of, that basis of okay, what does what, and how do I work those out?
Yeah. And the thing is, right, we could sit here and kind of shit on a bro split.
Yeah.
But if you're a novice strength trainer, right, you just started working out, you're a teenager just get into it, or right, an adult, but you've never strength trained before, it's still going to do something for you.
Totally.
Right? Because if you've never adapted your muscles to strength training, as soon as you start putting a stress on that muscle, they're going to respond. You'd probably see results, and you're going to see some strength increase. But that will plateau quickly if that's the split you kind of stay with. So if you're someone that's starting there, cool, that's great. At least you're in the gym and you're doing something. But you're going to kind of want to get to a split that's going to be better adapted for the strength you're trying to achieve and the physique you definitely want.
100%. And right, I know bodybuilders that have been training that way for 15, 20 years, right? And it works for them because they also learned the secondary nature of loading, rep schemes probably, right? Deloading, loading, deloading on the body to create change.
The intensity and volume they have on those days are immense.
Stimulating different, right? Different rep schemes, different weight, right? Everything like that.
Yeah. But why? So why do we need a split outside of it being a better way to be prepared for the gym?
Yeah.
Why is it better for the body? Why is it better to reach your goals?
So I think a split in general, and this once again can be specific to the individual, in a mass population sense, in a human anatomical sense, right? Our joints are made to move and have capacity to move. Our joints should be able to load in multi directions. Our joints and muscle system, right, should be used in so many different fashions to carry, pick up, push, pull, hinge, squat, right? Everything needs to be working in accordance. And I think that with that being said, to keep a healthy, consistent regimen in the gym for yourself or whatever your workout style is, whether it's at home or in the gym, you want to have some type of weekly outlook on your workout instead of just a daily outlook where you're going and you force yourself to go 5 to 7 times a week. Sometimes that's extremely unattainable, especially as a normal 9-to-5 person, even an entrepreneur, anybody you talk to, anybody with any schedule, that's hard to uphold and attain, right? So I think that kind of taking a step back, looking at what's realistic for yourself, to put that in plan to say working out 3 days a week is probably more than attainable. 45 minutes on each day. Doesn't even have to be an hour. Now, how do we go from there and say, I'm still going to hit every body part rather than just looking at chest on one day and back on another and legs on another. I'm still going to touch upon the things that are needed. I'm going to have some type of maintenance workout, accessory-based workout in there, something that's going to help put me in better positions, right? And that can get very deep and involved, right, based off of what you may need, pains you're feeling, joint limitations, movement limitations that you have as you're, within your movement personally. But I think it's so important to take a look at, right, how do you structure out a very consistently attainable workout regimen each week.
And I think that's a very good point for everyone, right, to think about is you're probably not going to get to the gym 7 days a week. So how do I build and structure a program that allows me to be there 3 to 4 times a week and I can get the most out of that program?
Yeah. And mind you, real quick, we went back to, you said, right, most people are on a cardio basis, right? That's not cardio basis we're talking about. You might be able to find 15 minutes of a bike ride or a walk or a run, but how can you organize it so that you can create enough anatomical change for yourself to be in the gym, to be strength training, not only for looks, not only to feel good, but for health, for wellness, for longevity, for your own personal body as it ages, right?
I think secondary to being able to help you create a program that is most beneficial for structure and for creating habits and actually allowing you to get there and get the most value of it throughout the week is then how can I produce enough strain on the muscle groups that I'm trying to work appropriately throughout the week as opposed to just hitting chest once a week.
Yep.
Right? So if I create a program where I can now hit chest twice a week, right? And maybe I'm not doing 30 sets on Monday and then never touching my chest again. Maybe I'm doing 15, but I got another 15 coming 2 days after that, right? My chest gets to have strain, recover, and then work again, right? So I'm getting to touch my chest, getting to touch these muscle groups multiple times a week in an appropriate workout split, as opposed to something that maybe I'm just hitting chest once a week.
Yeah. So to piggyback off of that, right? In a structural sense, it's actually almost more beneficial to work out a muscle group multiple times a week because you get the recovery. But within the whole week, you want to look at that week in whole. You want to look at total sets, total reps, and almost total load for that muscle group, right? You'll probably have more weight load on a muscle, on the tissue, to physically push it to grow or get stronger in a week if you hit that muscle group 2 or 3 times in a week, less sets per day. You'll probably allow it to, it'll give you the ability to load it a little bit better and heavier, or hit more reps in the days that you're hitting that muscle group, rather than if you just did that one body part for an entire day.
Yeah.
Right? You might hit 5 to 7 exercises on a chest day. Typical is like 6 to
30
10,
to 35.
maybe 8 to 10 reps. Yeah, right? Let's look at that. If you do 3 exercises on one day and they're compounds, maybe with one accessory, and you do 3 to 5, right, on another day, you're getting the same amount, let's say, of volume, if not more, plus of greater ability to go heavy on a bench. A lot of push-ups maybe, blah, 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 whatever. Another heavy day on a bench, right? You might not have the same intensity if you do all that in one day.
Yeah, which like if we were to break that down kind of a little bit easier, right? So if I went on a Monday and I was just doing chest and I went and did flat bench, incline, some flies, and I did push-ups, right? By the time I get to my flies and my push-ups, I'm pretty shot, right? But if I just focused on that Monday on incline and flat, and I came in the next day, and maybe that next day was flies and push-ups, I can probably do a lot more push-ups, I can probably do a lot more flies, right? I probably would do a bigger chest workout, right, or chest movement, but just thinking about in that sense, if I just broke up those 2 exercises, I can do more reps, definitely on those 2 secondary exercises, than I could if I kept them and lumped them in on that one day.
Yeah.
So how much bang for my buck can I get on my chest if I'm going to hit it multiple times and maybe decrease the amount of reps I'm doing each day and spread that across the week?